Hey everybody, Roger here. I hope you guys are all having an awesome day. I want to talk to you guys today about the Republican Party's Miss Thang who could do no wrong, Miss Queen Bee, Miss Slay Queen, Mrs. Doxing Queen, Candace Owens. Basically, Miss Candace Owens has recently gone under fire for a recent tweet that she put out. This tweet basically states that she would not give anybody any sort of fines or penalties or jail time if they desecrate, burn, whatever the American flag, that she would just give them a year to liquidate all of their belongings, their assets and whatnot, and get the hell out of our country, something like that. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, and then she would, I guess in return for that, she would be exchanging citizenship for hardworking legal immigrants. I'm like, again, she's posturing here, and I hope there's more and more people who have supported her who are now realizing what type of a person she is. How is this an individual who values the freedom of speech, constitutionally protected right? How is this a person that you guys admire? Here's my problem with this statement of hers. No, I would never personally burn the flag. It's taken me a while to mature and understand the importance of what it represents and what it means for our country and my freedoms and all the liberties that I have. So I understand it. However, just because I understand it doesn't mean that there's people out there who don't. People out there who have this. Maybe these other people might have things I never considered in regards to why they hate the flag and that I should be considering as well. Or maybe they're just dumb, or all in between. It doesn't matter. They have the right to burn and desecrate that flag however they choose, however they wish. And I will, as an American citizen who believes in freedom and liberty and especially freedom of thought here, and freedom of speech, freedom to represent, and I side with anybody who wants to burn the flag if they want to. Do I like it? Absolutely not. I think it's disgusting and horrendous and horrible. But I will, God, not to repeat a phrase that's been all over the internet the last couple of years, I will, fight for your right to display that nonsense. And that's just how I roll. And I wouldn't want anything to interfere with that. What Candace is insinuating here, in my opinion, is a form of authoritarianism, totalitarianism, and basically control. Here's the thing: just because you don't like it, Candace, doesn't mean that. How do I say this right? Just because you don't want people to burn the flag doesn't mean that you have to instill your ideologies onto people. Our rights are equal. They're open. They're free. They are neutral to anyone who is an American citizen to do, believe, act, react, associate with, not associate with, whoever they wish and however they wish. It's not for you to decide who should be kicked out of America. If you don't like our country, then leave. No, if they're American citizens and they have and who are we to measure the validity of them hating the flag or what it stands for? No, let them explain it. Let them demonstrate it by doing what they feel is appropriate. That's their life. That's what they do. And if we start censoring those people, how are we going to ever try to turn people around? So you're just saying you're giving up on some Americans? God, you're pathetic. You're pathetic. You just always want to silence people. You just never change. Initially you were Miss Candace Owens on Social Autopsy, who wanted to ridicule people and embarrass people, all the way down to kids, if they were to say bad things on the internet. Again, bad is a measurement only defined by you. In that case of Social Autopsy, bad to everyone can go in any direction. What I consider bad might be good to somebody else. What you consider bad might be good to me. And it's just sad. It's like you go from there where you want to dox people, and then you get, your campaign, your fundraising campaign was obliterated. because you violated the terms of service. I don't remember who it was with, who you had your campaign with. Not really important this time, but your campaign violated terms of service, so it was canceled. Then you went into hiding. No. Then you had you changed your Twitter handle and decided that you're going to be arguing with people about what social autopsy is, yada, yada, yada. And then you deleted everything and you went into hiding. 9 months later, with the help of Mike Cernovich, and I'm pretty sure other people as well, you were able to revive yourself as this poster child of red pill black. In my opinion, it was basically you guys working together, maybe with a couple of other people, to try to make you into a token black woman, or Caribbean as you would put in your acting profile, but you won't use that word because it's not beneficial to you in this case. A token black woman for the Republican Party to try to persuade people to change political affiliation, mostly black people and minorities. And it's disgusting. It's sad. Paul Joseph Watson decided that his article that he wrote about you beforehand was non-existent and decided to support you and defend you to high hell. Then you come out with all these remarks. You lie consistently about, Kanye. You lie about Brexit. You're just so deceitful. And then, yes, I will admit, the Hitler comment was definitely taken out of context. I know that you don't believe in the Hitler thing, and that if he was to take it out of the U.S. or out of his country, that it would be okay. That was the problem, was that he wanted to take this eradication global. And then, okay, yeah, it's a huge gaffe on your end. But then you couple it with what you're saying here about oppressing people's right to their own personal views, and then trying to punish them because they hate the flag. Or they have questions about the flag, or they desecrate it, or whatever. You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. You're what's wrong with this. You're what's wrong with the current political spectrum right now. You're what's wrong with individuals just thinking for themselves. Right now, you have 75,000 likes on that idiotic tweet. You know what? You have these people who don't choose to think for themselves, who believe you're their idol, their false idol. And you could do no wrong. This is my slay queen. This is my Candace Owens. This is my Mrs. Candace Owens, who she could do no wrong, and you can make a video about her and I'll downvote it the whole time, but I will not listen to what you have to say because I know that you might be trying to help me, but I like what she says, and she speaks the truth, and she's a good representative. She's so spoken well, and you know who says all this shit? The TPUSA white people who actually say the racist comments. Again, I don't think the majority of these TPUSA people are racist. I think a lot of them are. But I believe that their comments will eventually get them more and more into trouble. And she associates herself with them. Now that she's gone, or now that she's not really, she's loosely associated with them, I believe. I believe because of her comments with Hitler and how she's just such a loose cannon for the group. The masses of TPUSA decided that they wanted her out of there. This is who you guys support. You guys support this woman who is a loose cannon. You think she's a great representation for the Republican Party, which again, God, I really cannot stand political party affiliation. I don't even know if I identify with any political party. I feel like more or less I am neutral. I have my own way of thinking, and a lot of people hate that, but you know what? Then you get into things like this. Oh, they're like, why do you criticize Candace? Then they get pissed off at you because they tell you, oh no, we all got to side with each other and throw away our differences. But then you see people like Vincent James, who, granted, he has been critical of her throughout the entirety of her debut, and I applaud him for that. But then he also, in the same tongue, says, we shouldn't be criticizing those like us. And I'm like, no, we should, because when you start having a bad seed, you need to call it out. You just have to. And no, I'm not part of the Republican Party. I have right-wing ideals in my head, but I also do have a couple of left of center ideals. Not extreme left or anything, but I do have a mixed bag of things here. I guess I would consider myself a good old-fashioned libertarian, constitutionalist. I don't know. But whatever the case, I'm not neither left or right or the furthest extremes of those spectrums. And I believe that people who wholeheartedly feel that they are one or the other, they are the sheep of this escapade here. So yeah. So Candace, all the comments that you have on here, it's Yeah, okay, here's one. From Cameron Kasky. Authoritarianism always has been a great look on you, Candace. You go tout that 1A pride, lol. That was awesome. I should thumbs up that. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're clear on what a president does by Prince of Wales hat at Pope hat. That was pretty funny too. But I mean, it's your right. If you don't like your president, look, even with the Democrats right now, with everybody who's like Alyssa Milano, crazy type of leftist, I'm not going to shut her down. I'm not going to say that she is required to leave the country because she's defaming the president and because she hates him. If those are her criticisms, even though I think that they're fabricated just for notoriety, so be it. It's her right. It's her right to hate the president. It's her right to criticize him. I will stand up for that as well. Do I like her views? No. I think that she's stupid, and I think she's an opportunistic person, just like you. But she's not. Well, I don't know about this. I won't even go that direction. Overall, I mean, I don't think you understand what freedom really is in America if this is the route that you're willing to go. This authoritarianistic route, saying that you would just destroy, you would, if somebody was to destroy the flag, you would kick them out of the country. I'm sorry, no. Let those people have their rights. It's their way of expressing how they feel about their country. I can like or hate my country if I want. I shouldn't have to face any sort of punishment of being forced to be kicked out of this country because I do something like that. It is protected from what I understand as well in another avenue, I believe Texas versus something. I don't remember what that was. But I mean, it's literally a First Amendment right as well. So, you know, it's all in between there. I think it was just the Supreme Court upheld the protection that if you were to do that, that it would be okay. I look at it as a freedom of speech. I look at it as a form of somebody, what is the word? I don't know what the word is, but they're expressing their political opinions that way. Some people can't speak. Some people will do it through example like that, burning the flag. Don't like it, but you know what? It's America. And if you start stripping of us of our rights, if you were to be elected president, which all your insane fan base wants, yeah, you would start looking like a dictator, and it's just really disgusting. Makes me really second think the validity of your Hitler comments, you know. Anyways, what are you guys' thoughts? I know a lot of the Candox haters are gonna hate this video. It's okay. These are my views. They're not gonna be popular or unpopular or whatever. They're just gonna be out there, and they are my own. But I still stand tall and strong with my opinion of Miss Candace Owens and her being a bad representation for the Republican Party. You know, and also too, recently Anthony Brian Logan a couple weeks ago had a video where he was saying that 10 to 12% of blacks voted for Trump, and that was not the case. It was more like, I think, 8%. And I basically commented in his video, I'm like, you do not have to exaggerate these things. But that's the thing, is like, you're going to see people exaggerating quite a bit of things for the movement, the Republican movement, and it's completely unnecessary. Why should we have to be fabricating things? Why can't we just be truthful with one another? Yeah, just go ahead and say, yeah, it's only 8%, you know, we got to work harder or whatever and get that vote up for this. I don't care about the campaign. I really don't. If you want to have more people go to the Trump train, that's totally fine. I'm more or less about people in their head understanding what is good for them, what is good for the country, what is good for their progression. Party comes a distant second. You know, if people can vote with those values in mind, then they can look at each of the political opponents out there that are going against each other, Republican, Democrat, Green, whatever, and make their decisions accordingly. You know, that's how it should be. It's not about left or right in this case, and that's the flaw that everybody has here, is that they dive themselves into that either or fallacy. Learn to think for yourselves. Stop having slay queens as your queen bee for the Republican Party. Stop, you know, being 100% Trumper, you know, love Trump or hate Trump. Start looking at all the avenues in between. That's the problem right now, is nobody is doing that. Or it's a rare case that people are doing that. So get on that bandwagon and let's see what happens from there. All right, guys, that's all I got to say for Ms. Candace Owens on this video. Like, hate, subscribe, share, don't share. I do love it all. Peace out.